Alright, hey guys, Venus here. Gonna do a bit something different here. Got my friend Dani riding shotgun, and go ahead.
Hello.
Hi, Dani.
It's me. I'm R2-D2 sitting in the truck.
Well, you're not really R2-D2. We just picked him up anyway.
Oh.
But yeah, we're gonna be going through because I realized we've got some achievements that we gotta take care of here. So I guess we're gonna go ahead and get to it.
Okay. But, I mean, spiritually, I am kind of your R2-D2 to your Luke Skywalker.
You know what? Yeah, let's just roll with that.
Yeah.
Wait, am I on a job already?
And
No, I'm not.
And your viewers probably don't realize this because they didn't, grow up with you. But that picture of you up in the corner looks eerily like what you actually look like. It's distressing. When I saw that, I thought that you had made that, and I was like, wow, that's a really good job of you making a picture of you.
Yes.
It's kismet. It's kismet. That's the literature word for it.
Yeah, I know.
Kismet.
It's really scary how much that does look like me.
It's distressing.
When I was going through the pictures, I was just trying to find one, and that one was near the bottom of the list, and I actually had to do a double take because I thought, maybe I had taken a photo myself, and I was like, wait, what? No, that can't be. Okay, well, I guess we're going with that guy.
That's where you get all of your money from your video shoots for European simulator truck games.
I really want to know where all of these portraits came from.
Well, I guess developers, you know?
I mean, some must be developers and something, but I don't even know if there
Yeah.
were 139 people that worked on this game.
Well, there's probably 100. Well, think about it. All the people that they know, I could probably get pictures of at least 4 people.
In fact, let's see here. Because we did hire literally everybody in Europe.
Yeah. Congratulations, you're a one-man economic boom.
Yeah, 226
holy
drivers.
Do you have spikes on the side of your trucks? Is that for driving up against rival trucks? Is that why you're the only person hiring people in Europe? Because you've just blown up all the other trucks, Spartacus style?
Maybe.
Or Ben-Hur. Ben-Hur, not Spartacus.
Oh, shit. That's great. My Steam overlay doesn't work. Okay. Well, we'll go ahead and get this to work another way.
That was good.
Sorry, I have to check the achievements and see what we have to do. Okay.
Alright.
So right now we've got, oh, these are the ones I got.
What one? Okay, so you have IM, GPS, Pathfinder, Headhunter, successfully docked. I don't know.
Okay.
You know way more about this than I do. You pick one.
Let's go ahead and knock out just in time. To do this one,
Okay.
we have to take an urgent delivery for a minimum of 550 kilometers and complete it with less than 30 minutes remaining.
Okay.
So, I think we can do this. Let's just go ahead and go over to the job market here and see if we've got an urgent delivery.
Well, that's 300 miles. It's not that far.
Yeah, 550 kilometers. Oh, wait.
So go from Groningen to Luxembourg. That should definitely be it. Oh wait, no, you have a.
Yeah, we're in Prague right now.
Okay.
Okay, 1242, that's a bit long. 409, that's a
Yeah.
bit short. 550, that's 522.
522.
Um,
Try Salzburg to Paris. That might work.
I think we're gonna actually have to do, this one.
What is this one?
We're going up to Kiel. In Germany.
I have never been to Kiel.
Oh, first time for everything.
Uh-huh. Let's go.
Oh crap, I gotta get my... That's awesome,
Now,
my keyboard
here-
doesn't work either. I was supposed to have a little overlay that has all the controls, but yeah, my keyboard's color programming decided not to work. So this is starting
you're
out
moving.
swimmingly.
Off you go. Now, a little bit of interesting backstory here. I've been to a lot of these places in real life because I live in Europe, and you haven't. So that's interesting, in sort of a theoretical sense, I think.
Yeah, I'm always interested to see from people who have actually been around these places just how accurate this really is.
Well, it's interesting because you've never been to any of these places, but I've never driven a stick. So we both have something to learn.
Yeah, and unfortunately this isn't really a stick right now since I am using an Xbox controller, and I'm just using a left bumper and right bumper
Yeah.
to shift, but... Oh,
You're
shit.
driving a semi-truck, though. I mean, that is a stick. It's not a man... Do they even make trucks with manual transmissions.
You mean
Is that even a
automatics?
thing that exists? Yeah.
I'm really not sure. I think there are some that are automatic, but they wouldn't be over-the-road long-haul things. They would just be for in-city jobs with a fairly light cargo. Because I don't see how you could make an automatic transmission that would stand up to the stress of hauling, 20,000, 40,000 tons.
Yeah. When you come across crosswalks, do you always stop to see if there's a person coming across?
Not in this game, because there are no pedestrians.
Oh. Really, there's not, because as a pedestrian in Europe, I often rely on trucks to not kill me at crosswalks. So,
Yeah.
thanks for theoretically running me over.
Yeah, just doing my job.
Yeah.
No, there are pedestrians in American Truck Simulator, but they don't really use the crosswalk. They just sort of walk along the sidewalks and sit around in parking lots. So it's kind of unrealistic that you don't have to worry about that. But I just don't think they wanted to deal with the ramifications of, how to program in what if you do hit somebody, or how to make them dodge out of the way magically every single time. It's really a huge little cluster there to have to deal with that.
So, what are we hauling today?
Plums. 16
Plums?
metric tons of plums.
Okay.
And we're...
Well, I'll tell you this. The Czechs make an excellent plum liqueur.
Well, good to know.
They really do. I can't remember what it's called, and I don't have my husband here right now, who's usually my source of what is this thing I don't remember. But, they do. They make a really good plum liqueur. It's amazing.
Oh man, this rain is killing my frame rate.
Yeah, it's not looking good on this side either.
Okay, I think we got this lined up.
Nice.
Oh, that's another difference I just noticed. In American Truck Simulator, when you pick your trailer up, you can actually see them hauling up the landing struts that hold it up so that you can back into it. This one, it just sort of immediately teleports it and you're good to drive off.
Well, the view we just had, that was your side mirrors, right?
No, I was actually looking out behind the truck.
Oh, you can poke your head out. Oh,
Yeah,
I see.
just like you could a real truck. It's kind of awkward to do it,
Oh.
but this game does let you do it. Or I could
I
have
think
used
that's
my
cool.
mirror, but as you can see over there, the rain is just cramming everything up and it sucks.
Oh, it's got rain physics. Very cool.
Okay, so
I'm very impressed by your
is
truck game.
this is going to be interesting because I need to do this with less than 30 minutes remaining. Except we have to be there in 21 hours, and it's a 10-hour drive.
Oh my god, this is too much like a math problem.
Yeah, I know.
It's a 10-hour drive. Okay, no, run that by me again. Okay, it's a 10-hour
Sorry, hold
drive.
on. Just making sure that trailer clears and that we can get on the road. Okay, so it's a 10-hour drive.
Uh-huh.
We have to be there in 21 hours. So how many hours in-game are we going to have to kill once we get there?
Like 11 hours?
Yes, 11.
Hooray!
And I think, if I'm not mistaken, sleeping will kill 10. So if we can find a rest stop along the way... I don't want to pull into this one here. Well, wait,
No.
can I?
No, don't. We can just, like, hang out in the parking lot and, like, fucking... You ever play that game where you, like, lick one side of a dime and then, like, you try to get it to stick on something?
Oh, jeez, we are not going to be doing that for 10 hours.
You could do that for 10 hours.
Well, okay, it's not a real 10 hours, but no, it would take a long time to just sit there. So I'm going to...
We can talk about each other's dreams. About our American dreams.
That's disturbingly deep. I don't think I'm ready to that level of commitment yet.
My American dream
My commitment
is
to trucking is not that much so far.
America, the truck driving game.
Fuck yeah. Coming again to save the motherfucking day, yeah.
Yeah, I would make a truck driving game, but because my experience is in, like, policy management and not truck driving, it would be, like policy for trucks in Europe simulator.
Oh, come on. I'm sure they're, like, totally the same.
No, you know, the thing is there's not many games out there that are, like,
man.
actual...
I am revving this thing way too high. I've got to pay more attention to my shifting.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the one thing about this truck I really hate, is...
Huh.
that the tachometer goes up way, way too fast.
Wait, what's the tactometer?
Tachometer. It's what tells you how fast the engine is spinning.
Okay.
So, you know, when...
RPMs, right?
Yes, it gives you the RPMs.
I know what RPMs are. Rotations per minute.
So this is one thing I kind of do hate about this game, is that the way they have the engines modeled, they seem to behave more like gasoline engines in that once you get them up into the higher revs, they just fly. Because normally...
Is that not true for diesels?
No, diesels get all of their power in the low end. Like, generally you want to keep it running from 1,000 to 1,500. And that's not too difficult to do if you're actually driving one. Because you're not going to, you know, hit 1,500 and then suddenly...
Well, I know diesels, you gotta, like... Yeah. I mean, I have, like, this weird kind of, like, limbo experience with trucks. But I know diesels, you gotta power them up. And then once you get them powered up, they chug along real well. But you can't get them far out of that spectrum in which you have got them once upon you have got them chugged up.
That's sort of accurate.
Yeah.
Well, fortunately, we have time.
That's what I know about trucks.
We have time to kill here, so here, I'll go ahead and just show you. Let me
Okay.
Let me put the hazard beacons on.
Teach me about trucks.
Yes,
Wayne.
and we will do it by stopping in the middle of an active freeway at 1 in the morning. This is totally safe.
Do what my father and my stepfather and my brother could never do, and explain to me how a truck works.
Okay, so let's give this a try. Now, a normal truck, even these little Euro ones, the engine is entirely low-end torque. Now, this means that, for example, in a regular truck, you would... Okay, let's start with a car. For a car, you would normally start in first gear, right?
If you say so...
Yes, you would normally start a car in first gear.
Okay.
So this first gear would take you maybe to about, 15 miles an hour. Now, watch what happens when I start in first gear in this. It immediately pegs it at 13 kilometers an hour. That's 6 miles an hour, roughly. 6 or 7 miles an hour. So, basically, you would not be using first gear unless you were really crawling along with a really heavy load and couldn't stall the engine, and all you could do is move 6 miles an hour.
Wait. You have to start it in first gear, though, right?
No, you don't.
Isn't that how...
No.
What?
Normally you start a car in first because it's designed to be started in first. But even a car, you can start it in second, third, or even fourth if you really hate your clutch.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought that was like one of the impenetrable rules of cars. You had to start in first gear. Otherwise, why would they call it first gear? It's the first gear you start in.
No, it's just the first gear that the engine can work in.
Yeah,
it's just the first gear available to you. It's not the first gear that you have to start.
I'm gonna stop using a semantic argument and just go ahead and continue.
Yes. Okay. So even with a car, no, you do not have to start in first. You can start it in second, you can start it in third. In fact, with regular diesel passenger trucks, a lot of people will just keep it in third and drive it in that, and maybe occasionally shift to fourth or fifth if they're going on freeway speeds.
Okay,
now,
one thing.
Yes?
This summer, Jan told me he was going to teach me how to drive a stick shift. So when I break the car, because I started in third, I'm going to reroute him to you, okay?
Don't start the car in third. Start it at second at the most. With a gasoline engine, the highest gear you want to start it in would be second. Just stick to your regular first and second gear takeoffs. Now, in a truck, these things have so much low-end torque that you could, if you wanted to, start it in fourth, which I've just shifted to. And if I were to just let off the brake like I have now, you can't see my controller, but trust me, I have. If you just let off the brake and then let off the clutch, this thing would actually jump forward and start idling. But here, I actually have to hit the accelerator. And if I had an actual clutch setup here, like a full steering wheel, shifter, pedals setup, I would have stalled the car trying to start, or I would have stalled the truck trying to start it in fourth. So what would normally happen is that, if you're in fourth, it'll get up to like 15, and then you would normally have to lay into it a bit to get it up. But as you can see here, I'm trying to keep it at 15. There we are. So we're at 15, right? Well, see, there we go. I accidentally tapped the accelerator, and suddenly it's blasting straight up to the red line.
Oh, shit! Is that bad?
Yes. Some of these European trucks, depending on who made the engine, you can cruise on them at a bit higher than 15, but generally 15 is about where you're going to be wanting to shift any sort of big rig, be it American, European, whatever.
Chinese?
I don't know if China makes big rigs. They must. They make everything.
Yeah, of course they do. They have. They have to.
But yeah, so while we're sitting here wasting
Yeah.
time, fortunately we have time to waste, so this is actually good.
Yeah.
Here's how you do a
Hooray.
takeoff in-game. Well, here's how you do a takeoff if it was a real truck. You would start in second. There's almost no reason to start in first. So if we were just at a stoplight, let's say,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you would go ahead, you would let off the clutch, you would just probably let the truck start moving itself. And then, yeah, you would slowly hit the gas. I can't even do it slowly enough because this controller won't register a small enough amount of input.
I get what you're saying. Though.
Yeah, so then you...
I kind of.
So then...
I mean, I'm kind of.
No, just hold on.
I kind of understand what you're saying. All right.
So then what you would do... Okay, so you're starting off, you're in second, and then you would immediately bump it up to fourth, and then you would go ahead and keep skipping gears. You wouldn't go,
To sixth gear?
Yeah, to like 6, 8... In this game, I usually go ahead and just skip every other gear, so it's more going 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, which kind of makes it a 6-speed. The in-between gears are there for... The in-between gears are really there for situations where you might actually need that specific amount of engine speed. Because the big thing when you're carrying heavy loads is not how fast you can go, but it's how well you can keep it in the power band. Because if the vehicle's not in the power band, you're not going to be able to efficiently tow it.
How many gears does this thing have? Was it like top out at? Because you said you were going with every other gear.
Euro Truck Simulator seems to top these things out at 12 speeds.
Okay.
So yeah, I am well over the speed limit right now. I am flooring it. And
By the
we
way,
are in
as a
top gear.
European-
What?
As a European, that bridge we just crossed with the orange zigzags and this tunnel we're coming up
Yeah.
on, very European.
Oh,
It's
okay,
very
cool.
accurate.
Yeah, we just got a speeding ticket. I don't care.
Yeah. Well, I'm surprised you got a speeding ticket, but you didn't get in trouble for just sitting in traffic for like 40 minutes in game and like, all right, you idiot, this is how stick shifts work.
Yeah, well, we got that out of the way, I think, maybe. We'll probably end up coming back to it. Oh, I should
did
probably
it.
take my beacons off, too. There.
Your beacons?
Yeah, I had my little flashies on.
Oh, your hazards.
No, these are actually, like, emergency beacons. Sort of, you know those, like,
Oh, how is that different? How is that different from a hazard?
um,
You're entering a city.
well, we're blowing straight through a city. It's different because they're an actual spinning emergency light. You know, like those construction companies and some security guards will slap those yellow I'm important lights on top of their cars. It's
Yeah.
basically like that. It's something more than hazardous to say, hey, this is an actual heavy piece of machinery, I'm pretty much not going to be able to see you, you should probably stick clear. The hazards are just, yeah, you throw on your blinkers. Nobody pays attention to those, even though they're supposed to.
So you're going into Denmark. Would you like to know an interesting thing about the Denmark?
Yes,
About the
because
Denmark?
we have 590
The Danish?
kilometers left, so please inform us.
Amazing. Well, over there, their word for speed is fart. But the
You
word
are,
for
of
trap
course-
remains the same. So you see a lot of signs along the road in Denmark that say fart trap.
Are you serious, or are you like...
I am completely dead fucking serious. They say fart trap.
Okay, the inner 13-year-old in myself thinks that's the funniest thing ever.
Well, not the inner, the outer, 30-year-old me driving into Denmark also finds that hilarious. This fart trap everywhere. Hold on a second. Jan, what was the name of that plum wine the Czechs make that we like? He's watching football. He doesn't care.
Yeah, I can hear that in the background.
Yeah. Iceland is just getting dunked on. It is not good. I'm really disappointed.
You know, just once, I
See,
would like it to not be
This
raining.
is this is a little bit of European banter. We're talking about football. They're kicking it. Some of them are making good kicks. Some of them are making bad kicks. Goalies are stopping it sometimes. I don't know. I'm not good at. I'm
Hearing
worse
you
at
try to
color
sports
comments.
is absolutely adorable.
Yeah. Well, I don't know much about soccer. I don't know like terms for
Oh,
it.
hey, I'm not
Like,
claiming I do either. I don't know shit about soccer.
they're running and kicking it, and they're kicking it really good, and that's it. I don't
Like,
know.
all I know about soccer is that there is a ball that is on the floor, and that people kick it. And apparently
Yeah.
God must take very, very heavy interest in this game because people seem to fall dead out of the middle of nowhere.
They don't. They just dropped. That's flopping though. I mean, the reason I wanted Iceland
Flopping?
to win this, yeah, Iceland or no. Flopping is where like you pretend to be hurt, but you're not hurt.
Oh, so it's like taking a dive in soccer.
Yeah.
I always wonder because
yeah,
I'll see like I'll see a game where somebody's running along trying to take the ball, and then just like out of nowhere they hit the ground screaming and crying like they just got hit like by a bolt of lightning or something.
That's flopping. That's what that is. It's because if it looks like the other team fouled you, you get like a free kick or a penalty card or whatever. It's a bonus for you. So a lot of them are really good at flopping, and the reason I wanted Iceland to win this match here is because they don't flop. They are strong men who are descended from Vikings.
See, I always thought that flopping thing was just like a joke.
Danes.
But it actually
No,
happens.
a lot of teams do it. Oh yeah, a lot of teams do it. We were watching what was it? We were watching
Get out of the way!
Germany?
Oh my fuck.
We were watching Germany and Italy last night, and they were both flopping pretty handily on each other. But the Icelandic don't do it, which is why I was rooting for them. But it's 5-1 right now. That is not a good score for a soccer game.
Okay, now we seem to be going uphill, so you can see the revs aren't climbing near as high now. And this is where having those in-between gears comes in handy. Like right now, I'm trying to keep it in the power band, which is about 10 to 1200 on this truck. And so, yeah, I'm sort of having to balance between 10th and 11th just to keep the speed from falling. When normally I would just be going from 10 to 12. But we seem to be coming to the top of this hill, so I think we should be good to go back into top gear right now. And this is the sort of stuff you're thinking about when you're driving, that it really becomes second, basically just, it becomes muscle memory, really.
Yeah, I get I mean, I don't drive here, so it's like I don't drive cars that much. And then, but when I do go back home, to America, where I'm from, I don't know if you can tell from the accent, but I do drive when I'm there, and it's like, I remember how to drive. It's not hard to drive.
And I feel really bad because I usually drive a lot better than this. But now I'm driving and I'm talking to somebody else and it's on a 360 controller, which is really a horrible, horrible interface to drive with.
No,
and I'm trying to talk my way through this stuff that normally I'm not having to think through because it's just something I'm doing off the top of my head. So there's like 90 different things going on that I'm not normally doing, and that's why I'm driving like an asshole.
That's fine. You haven't hit anybody.
Amazingly, I came close a couple times.
Oh.
Like the guy who just decided to stop at about 30 kilometers ahead of us.
Well, that's what he gets. 30 kilometers?
Yeah, he was doing like 30 kilometers.
30 meters.
No, he was doing like 30 kilometers an hour. And just sitting there taking up the passing lane. That's why I honked at him and screamed at him.
I gotcha.
Which is totally useless because they're little computer AI constructs and they have no feelings or soul.
Now, I've known you since you've been like 13 or whatever.
Yeah.
And to the best of my knowledge, you've never been a truck driver.
This is correct.
Correct? This is correct. How is it that you know so much about driving a truck? Is it through this game?
Partly. Plus, I've had like 2 or 3 friends that have been long-haul drivers, along with my stepbrother.
True. My uncle's a truck driver, and like I said,
I remember that.
I grew up in a truck yard. Yeah. But embarrassingly, I don't know how to do this.
Yeah, this game is not completely 100% accurate. It's not a true one-to-one simulator.
I would not figure that it would be.
But it is close enough that with this and a bit of side reading, you can get at least the very basics down of how a truck works and how it would be. I mean, we're looking at maybe about, I actually did look it up, it's a 1 to 10 scale as far as the distance and speed and everything.
Distance.
So yeah, this is 1/10 of Europe.
Well, they don't scale down these tunnels because these tunnels are super long.
Yeah, there's places where they take liberties because it would be stupid to have like the Las Vegas Strip be 3 city blocks. But what I was saying
are amazing and cool.
Yeah, but what I was saying is this game is accurate enough that with a bit of side reading and playing this game, you could probably use it as a simulator to help pass the real CDL test. In fact, especially an American Truck Simulator where you're not just parking in these nice trucker utopia parking lots that they have in Euro Truck Sim. If you can park in some of those from the cabin without using the external camera, you could probably, with a few seat hours of time in a real big rig, pass the test.
Mm. I can't even parallel park, so I think I would have to play a lot of this game.
Well, the nice part about starting on Euro Truck is that, aside from a couple of the quarries, when I can't even remember where they are.
Quarries or quarries?
Quarry, like where rocks come from? Where
Quarries,
they,
okay.
I
Yeah.
guess, I don't know, do rocks, like, breed and
No,
have
I got it. I
babies
didn't
or
know.
something?
I thought a quarry, like with the C, might be like a truck thing.
Oh, no. But knowing
I don't
trucker
know.
lingo, I can't blame you for thinking that. No, I mean a
Yeah.
quarry, where, like, rocks breed and rock babies happen. Yeah,
A quarry.
parking in those is a pain in this game.
Say quarry.
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 There you go. You got it.
Quarry.
You're saying quarry.
No, I said quarry.
You're putting too much emphasis on the C. You gotta put more emphasis on the U when you say quarry.
Oh boy, we are not having an episode where I just try to say quarry over and over again.
Quarry. It can be your thing.
No, we are not making this a
Quarry
thing.
guy.
We are not making
I'll
this a
call you
thing.
that. Ugh.
Okay.
You're always trying to squash my creative potential. That's not true. You always nurture it. You're very good like that.
So let's see, how long do we have left on this? 17 hours
What
remain, and since I've been speeding, we have 6 hours to go.
Okay, you know what bothers me? That little ticker on your bottom, it says leveled up, but it had 2 L's, and I'm pretty sure you only use 1 L in leveled up.
Oh, you mean the
Right?
one that's sitting there recording all of my drivers making massive money for me?
Uh-huh, one of them said they leveled up, but don't you use only 1 L in leveled up?
I don't know, I'd have to look that up. I never even noticed how that was spelled.
I think it's only 1. I think
That thing
I
is pretty
think.
much constantly going, so I've just been ignoring it for, like, the months I've been playing
Well-
it.
I'm not driving, so I got stuff to look at.
Oh yeah, that's right. Which makes me feel really
Yeah.
bad because it's still freaking raining.
No, it's okay. It's nice. I like the rain. It rains here constantly.
Well, at least that's
So-
realistic then. Because
Yeah.
it seems like it's always
Well-
raining every other day in this game.
Well, this isn't the Netherlands. I mean, right now you're what, in Germany?
Yeah, which means I'm breaking like so many traffic laws right now.
No, you're on the Autobahn, bro. You can fucking roll.
Yeah, and guess what? Trucks
Right.
are limited to 55 miles an hour.
Really?
Yeah, 90 kilometers. In fact, you're supposed to have it... in Europe, you're actually supposed to have a limiter installed that makes it so you can't go over 90.
Ugh.
And here I'm blasting
Europeans,
away
am I right?
And here I'm blasting away
Oh,
at about 72 miles an hour, 120 kilometers an hour. So, yeah, we are not trucking legal right now.
Yeah. What does it matter? You have an American flag on your car. You're the freedom truck.
Yes, rules don't apply to me because America.
Because I'm the freedom trunk. Honk
That
honk.
is like the most.
Bringing plums.
That is the.
You should have a much more patriotic cargo.
That is
like
the
a
most
bunch of
American
eagles.
thing ever. Fuck your rules. I'm American.
Okay, so we can do some truck chat now. You're going downhill. Shouldn't you be shifting? I know that much.
I was actually preparing to do that. What I've done is I've thrown the engine brake on,
Okay.
and okay,
That sounds like...
hold on here. I'll
that sounds
explain what's
bad.
going on. No, throwing on the engine brake means that you're able to use the engine to slow down. See, a diesel, you can't just slow down by letting off the gas, normally. Because of the way the diesel works, it just doesn't do that. If you let off, you're just freewheeling. So, throwing on the engine brake opens up a valve in the engine that allows it to slow down like a regular car, where if you take your foot off the gas, the engine helps slow the car down. Now, going downhill, using that engine brake is what you do so that you don't burn up your brake pads, because trying to stop 80 tons possibly gross weight is going to be very bad for your brakes, and they could burn out and you could have a runaway truck situation. So what...
I know what that smells like.
Yes, if you ever smelled it, you know immediately
Yeah.
what it is. So, yeah, the engine brake, I just turned that on temporarily while we were going down to keep the truck under control and from running away. And then once we got onto that ramp and I was able to pick up speed, I turned it back off, and now here we are, right back on the road again.
Very good. It looks like Germany.
Yeah, we're somewhere in
Yeah.
Germany.
No, I mean, it looks proper. I mean, they
Oh,
clearly
you
did
mean
their
it looks like
research for
Germany is
this.
what you're saying, is that it
Yes.
looks accurate. Okay.
Yeah, it looks like this.
Yeah, I'm kind of tempted to get the Scandinavia pack just so I can go up around Norway and Finland and see how that is.
I've never been up there, so I couldn't tell you if it was accurate or not.
Okay, well,
I know.
let's do the speed limit here
Sweden's-
for business. We're in no hurry. I'm going to see if I can't get us... Okay, that doesn't really tell us where we are. I'm
just kind of weaving in and out of traffic there.
Yeah, I know. My eyes aren't on the road, so I'm gonna go up. Okay, yeah, we're almost up there. In fact,
about halfway.
Yeah, we made it a long way, and that's because we were speeding, and I don't know what the hell we're gonna do when we're up there now.
Well, you just stand in the parking lot and, I don't know, lip sync to Queen songs or whatever.
Yeah,
That's
it
fun.
doesn't exactly work like that.
Mm.
So we're gonna go ahead and, we'll see what
You'll
happens
get your
when we get there.
achievement, though. I mean, will this prevent you from getting your achievement?
See, do you remember the last half of that achievement after drive 550 kilometers?
I don't remember.
Make the delivery with 30 minutes left.
Oh.
And so, yeah, we got 3 hours, 39 minutes left on the road, and we have 15 hours to do it in. Okay, so
Also,
that means
I
I can definitely hit a rest stop and kill 10 hours of sleeping there.
You
In fact, that
have
means I'll
a
basically
truck driver.
What?
One of your truck drivers is named George W.
Really?
Yep.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah. I would like that as a sitcom.
Oh, did you just see that on the ticker down there?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I never watched that thing.
No, I watch it. It's fun. Because, like, also I sit in the car when my husband drives and I look at the little navigation thing and I go, that's a fun named road.
Yeah, I wish navigation was built into this game. Like, you could actually have somebody in multiplayer just, sitting over there in the seat.
Oh, like in rally racing. Have you ever seen that?
Dude, yes, I love rally racing. Like,
I watch that. And
I actually used to play that. I used to play that a lot. And what we would do...
They gotta rate the arrows of the...
Yeah, what we would do is we'd actually do our own...
Go, yeah.
I had a friend, and what we would do is we would actually do our own pace notes. And so one of us would be driving, and the other one would be sitting. And we would go there through the course, and we would actually have to do the driver-co-driver thing and work out the pace notes and read them off. I think we were doing that in... I can't remember what game that was, if it was Colin McRae or Dirt, but it was one of them. We just decided to say screw it to the regular in-game driver. And we went ahead and did it ourselves, and it was a lot of fun. And surprisingly worked a bit better than the in-game driver did itself.
You would not want me doing that because I get left and right confused.
Yeah, I know. I've played Saints Row with you before. Having you drive is a very scary thing.
Yeah. Well, I'm not good with left and right. I get panicked.
It's left and right. It's a pretty simple thing.
Well, I know it's a simple thing, but I guess I never really had that connection in my brain main where it was like, because when I still think like, okay, right, I still have to mentally think, I know for a fact I'm right-handed. So if I was holding an invisible pen, I would be using this hand. This is right, so it means the other hand's left. I have to have at least 5 seconds to calculate that.
That's kind of scary.
I don't have good spatial awareness.
Like, I don't know how I could
really
go
don't.
through life doing that.
I do not have good spatial awareness. Which is weird, is because I have really good hand-eye coordination, but I don't have good spatial awareness.
Okay, in any other game we play, I am never letting you drive again.
No, you shouldn't let me drive. I'm bad at driving.
I love that you actually admit it. It's like, that's so horrible, and yet I'm still laughing.
You should not. I'm good at shooting.
There is that.
I'm very good at shooting. I'm good at sharpshooting and riflemanship, and also, just spray and pray, but you should not let me drive.
Okay, I can't even remember if we're on a one-way or a two-way. I think I just made a horribly, horribly unsafe pass there.
They're just ones and zeros. I don't got...
Hey, on the road over there in Europe, do they have that thing in America where if the center line is yellow, it's a two-way, and if it's white, it's a one-way? Nope, apparently not, because that was a truck coming on ahead. It was a good thing we did not do that 5 seconds later. Well, question answered.
Died. I was gonna say, I actually, since I don't drive, I've never really paid attention to that, but...
Yeah.
I don't know. I think there's standards throughout Europe. I don't think it's a national thing.
They just change slightly from country to country, so...
No, I think rules from country to country are pretty standardized by this point.
Oh, okay. So...
The weird thing is, though, is because England, they drive on the other side.
Yeah, they're still left-hand.
Yeah, every now and then when we're in on the Autobahn or whatever, you'll see somebody... Hello?
Yeah, I'm here. Did I lose you?
Uh-oh. Brent? I mean, Veen?
Yeah, did I lose you?
Oh, yeah, you lost me for a minute.
Okay, I'll edit that part out.
Okay, good. No, it's just when in England you see, or in England because they drive on the other side of the road, but because they can bring their cars over on the ferries or under the channel even, you'll occasionally see people just barreling down the side of the road on the wrong side of the road. But
Just completely forgetting that they have to switch sides again?
No, they'll switch sides, but they'll be... You know how British cars, they have the driver's seat on the right side?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I got left and right correct that time.
Yes, you did.
Go me. Mm-hmm. So you'll occasionally see cars like that. It's very an odd thing to see. But England's weird. You know, I mean, they voted to leave, so who knows. But in continental Europe, yeah, they all drive on the proper American
I would have laughed so hard
setup.
if I woke up one day and found that the Brexit patch had actually removed England from this game. It's like, well, they're not Europe anymore, so they're gone.
Later. No, I mean, geographically, they're Europe. You can drive into Switzerland in this game, right?
Yeah, Switzerland's one of the countries.
Yeah, well, Switzerland's not in the
EU.
EU.
The map, here, I'll just go ahead and bring it up. I thought Switzerland was in the EU.
No, they're completely neutral.
Yeah, we got basically everything over here to, basically everything from Hungary to England. I know there's a fair amount of Europe that's left out, like, just down over here, once you start getting into, like, Eastern Bloc.
This vague area.
Yeah. Well, I can't even tell the outline over there. And then, of course, you know, there's Scandinavia, but that unlocks with a DLC that I just don't have yet.
Well, Sweden, Denmark, and Finland are in the EU, but Norway is not, and neither is Iceland.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. But, ooh, actually the last time we went to Denmark was a few years ago. They weren't using the euro, but they might be using it now. Whether or not a country uses the euro isn't necessarily dependent on if they're in the EU or not. It's a long, complicated process I won't bore you with.
Okay, so there's I just saw the flag up there for
Flags.
Germany. What is that thing up there? Because this doesn't look like a border crossing.
That?
Yeah.
Fuck, I know.
This thing here.
Well, it's got an EU flag and 2 German things. Go on the map. Look on the map.
Okay.
Are we entering into Denmark? Yeah, it looks like it. It's probably just some kind of administrative building.
We are on the border. Okay.
Yeah, it's probably some kind of administrative building.
For some reason, I was thinking that was... No, I don't want to quit. Whoa, that was close. For some...
Maybe Interpol? Probably all kinds of different,
Well, because usually on those border crossings, you see, like, the flag of the country you're entering, but I just saw German flags on that one.
Okay. Yeah, me too. I didn't see any, Danish flags.
I don't know what it looks like, though.
The Danish flag is red with a white cross on it.
Oh, that's the one. Okay.
All the Scandinavian flags have that cross on them.
Oh, that's another thing that's good to know.
Yeah. See, I'm the Euro expert, and you're the truck expert.
Okay, I'm gonna pull off on this rest area right here, because this actually looks pretty convenient.
By pull off, you mean come to a dead stop on the highway, wait a few seconds, and then pull off?
Yeah, that's another thing I hate about this, is that what I tried to do is just gently brake and move over here. But that didn't work, because there is no gently braking on a controller. It's all or nothing. So it came to a stop, and then I had to put it back into a gear, and I had to get started back that way. And the way the game takes care of the clutch, if you don't have one, it takes forever to get the damn thing started.
Okay, so how long did you rest for? Like 10 hours?
Yeah, rested us for 10 hours, and for some reason, it added another waypoint.
Wait, dude, we're not going...
No, I know.
We're not going to Denmark.
What?
That's not Denmark.
Then what the hell did I just cross here?
I think you came out of, like, an underwater tunnel. Because, look, it looks like you went under the land.
We did. That's right. I just completely forgot that. Okay.
Go up a little bit more. Yeah, because, see, there's the border. You're not going... Kiel's isn't in, Denmark.
I was gonna say, I could have sworn it said this was in Germany.
Yeah, that's Germany, dude. You're not going to Denmark.
It's nice to know that we live on 2 different continents, and between that combined experience, we still had no idea what the hell we were doing.
Figuring it out. There's a lot of towns in Germany. Germany's got a lot of stuff.
Okay, so we have
country.
4 hours 39 minutes left, and it's a 1 hour drive legally. Okay, that's not too much time to kill.
Okay, here's a time killer. Would you like to know an adorable thing that happened to me today?
Well, I guess we got nothing else to do, so why not?
That's lovely. All right,
you know what I mean.
I do. All right, so I was playing video games, which is a thing that I also do. I was playing Elder Scrolls Online, and it's an MMO, so you can't pause it, right?
Yeah.
How is that, by the way? Doorbell rings. It's actually pretty good.
I haven't played it yet, but I've been told it's good.
No, it's good. It's like, I think a lot of people were upset with it because they're like, "Brr, it's not an Elder Scrolls game." And to be fair, no, it's not a Bethesda game. It's made by another company. So, I mean, if you go into it and you're expecting, like, a Skyrim or a Morrowind experience, you're not going to get it. Because those are single-player experiences. Like, Fallout's a single-player experience. But, I mean, it's actually a really good MMO. And for an MMO on a console, that's great. Because I used to play Warcraft, like, 12 years ago before any of the expansion packs came out.
Yeah.
And I got a real taste for that. But I had to stop PC gaming for a variety of reasons. And this is like the first kind of MMO that I've been aware of that's been on consoles. And I got it last year because I got the Xbox in July. Because I bought the Xbox One because Bethesda made all those promises about mods for Fallout 4 for it.
That should be happening
so
anyway.
No,
yeah,
I
that's
have
right. You're on the Xbox. You have them.
Yeah, I have them.
I should
They're
too.
amazing and awesome.
I should have mods. I might have to actually go start looking.
They're amazing and awesome and cool.
Yeah, once I figure out if I can get them for PS4 yet, I'll go ahead and start recording that again too.
Anyway, I'm like Grandpa Simpson here. I'm going off on a completely different tangent. So,
Pepperidge Farm, remembers?
Yeah. No, I put an onion on my belt, as was the style at my time. But I know anyway. So, anyway, it's an MMO, and you can't really pause it, right? You just have to kind of like just crouch in the corner and hope for the best.
Yes.
So, yeah, I'm in a dungeon or whatever. I forget exactly what. And the doorbell rings. I was like, oh, okay. Well, I go and crouch in the corner. There's a lot of corners to crouch in. The game's actually designed really well to find places to hide in.
That's good.
And yeah, it's a good game. I recommend it. And so anyway, I go and get the door. And here's the problem, is when people ring the doorbell here, my Dutch isn't super great. I have limited conversational Dutch. So when people ring the door, I just open it and I kind of look at them and I'm like, you have to tell me what it is that you want. You have to say it slow and you have to say it clearly. Otherwise, I'm not going to get what it is you're telling me. Do you want money? Do you need me to move something? Are you my neighbor? Come on, you got to... So I open it up and there's this little girl there and she's like maybe 5 or 6 and there's a boy who's maybe a few years older than her. And I open it and I just stand there in silence because I'm like, you guys have to say something first.
What weird kid want America?
Yes!
No, understand.
Because if I say something, I'm just going to say, which just comes out to, what you want. What you want.
So these kids come by selling like the equivalent of Girl Scout cookies or something, and he's a huge American angry lady. What thing want?
That's actually how it works. They have Boy Scouts and such here. And I'll open it, and I'll look at them, and they'll go like, will you eat all the coop? And I'm like, yeah, fine. Here's money. Give me the thing. That'll work. Good. And so they open the door, and I look at them, and they just look at me, and she goes, oh, wij moeten weggaan. Which means, oh, we're supposed to go. And they run away.
I love the qualifier, run away.
Yeah. And so they, apparently somebody told them how to do a ding-dong ditch. But they didn't tell them
nice to know that
about the...
Wait, they didn't tell them to, run away, too?
Well, that happens here. We have a lot of kids. There's a lot of kids in this neighborhood. So, I mean, this isn't the first time that I've had some mischievous children ring my doorbell and cut it. But I can usually tell because we have this huge window right in front of the door, and so I can look out and I can see if it's just a bunch of teenagers up to no good or whatever. And so I saw them ring the bell, and they didn't move, and I thought, well, maybe they're doing something adorable and childlike. I better go look at it. And I opened the door. They just stare at me for like 10 seconds. They're like, all right, we gotta go. They just took off.
Yeah, it's nice to know Ding Dong Ditch crosses all sort of borders of any sort of cultural sophistication.
It's hilarious. I got such a kick and a half out of it. It was super cute.
It's like, I would like to think that even European kids are a bit above that sort of shenanigans, but nope, apparently not.
No, they're up to all kinds of shenanigans. On New Year's Eve here, they have to bolt all of the garbage cans and mailbox drop-off bins shut with metal. Otherwise, kids will put firecrackers in them and blow them up.
What? Really?
Mm-hmm. You can get firecrackers here. They're not limited like they are in parts in the U.S. They sell big, crazy fireworks. There's like 5 days out of the year where it's legal to have fireworks. And it's a scary time for Scarlett. She doesn't care for fireworks. But yeah, they have to take measures to keep teenagers from blowing up garbage cans here.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a thing. Teenagers are destructive all over the world.
There's also some sort of irony here, because I have to mention this, being the 4th and everything. There's some sort of
right?
There's some sort of irony that we can't get fireworks here celebrating the day of our freedom, but apparently it's not the problem in Europe.
Well, like I said, it rains all the time here.
Well, yeah, there is that.
Yeah, my plants out in my planters are just literally drowning. I had to pick a bunch of them up and set them on shelves so they'd drain out. How much time do we still have to kill? I feel like we have I feel like we have the world's worst talk show.
Yeah.
Cute things that happened to me today.
This is pretty much what happens sometimes, especially like if you're a real trucker and you pull in and you have a delivery but it's not scheduled for a bit. A lot of places won't actually take it early, so you pretty much get to find somewhere to pull off and try to kill time.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we have 15 minutes left to go once I start driving again. So that means we need to deliver this at any time. We need to get moving when that clock hits 45 minutes left, or about an hour. So
here's another fun fact about Germany. You can buy Cinnamon Toast Crunch there, but you can't buy it here. And I like Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
So you actually have to import your American cereal from Germany in Netherlands.
Well, I don't know importing it so much as, like, we live in the Netherlands, like, in the middle of it, so it's, like, maximum 2-hour drive to Germany to buy this stuff. We don't do it that often, but German grocery stores are way better than Dutch ones. They got way more American stuff. And they got, big bottles of Hefeweizen.
That must be the really nice thing about living right by Germany.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, people act like European beer is really good and special, and yeah, it's good, but like Heineken and Amstel and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
They're not good beers. I don't know. Do you think that they're good beers?
Heinekens?
Mm-hmm.
No, they're actually kind of trash, if you ask me.
Yeah, they are. They're trash. Like, Amstel? The brand Amstel?
Yeah.
That's a river.
Well, that's not too uncommon, naming a beer or a drink after the river or winery that it's made at.
The joke is that they take Amstel right out of the Alms.
Oh, like they just literally throw a bottle in the river and call it beer?
That's the joke. Amstel's crap.
Okay, that is pretty funny. Yeah. Okay, see, there's
a lot of just general bad beers here. Okay, I'll stop.
Yeah, see, we just got the alert that the customer expects delivery soon. So we'll have to get moving.
He's standing out there in the parking lot, looking at his watch, tapping his feet. Where are my plums? Gotta make that wine.
Yeah,
plum wine.
German winemakers just sitting there. Ah, there it is, that guy.
What is this plummen?
My apologies to all my German viewers.
What is das plummen? I think that's the word for plum. Honey, Jan speaks German. Hold on. Honey, is the Dutch word for plums plummen? What's braunen, right? Braunen. What's the German word for it? Well, the Dutch word for plums is braunen. So I would guess that the German would be similar.
Oh, that I guess makes sense. Why is that?
Oh.
Whoops! Okay, that was cool. Did you see that?
The sun?
No, over here in my side mirror. While I was looking around, I had accidentally hit the left blinker. And that guy that just drove by us had actually stopped because he saw my blinker and he was going to let me out.
Oh.
And then when I realized what I did, I turned it off and he went off. So it's actually cool. I forgot that. They will actually pay attention to your traffic signals, and some of the traffic will actually, yield for you.
I think that sun looks really nice.
Oh yeah, going down like that with the rays coming through.
Yeah, that's a nice effect with the. You would think that little curtain that you can put in would just be, I don't know, like a little add-on, but they put some shadow effects in there, I guess.
Yeah, they did a good job on the lighting.
Yeah, it looks really good. I mean, I'm impressed. I mean, when you told me it was, we were going to be doing Euro Truck Simulator, I didn't have high expectations.
Yeah, here's a little secret nobody ever does. They're like, really?
No.
Euro Truck Simulator? Okay, dude, whatever you say. And
yeah,
like, I have so many friends that have just been like, how do you spend 50 plus hours on that? And I'm like, seriously, try it. And then I'll go ahead and look at their Steam page like a couple weeks later after I give them a copy or something, and they're like up to 27 hours.
No, I mean, I can't judge people. I told you I played Elder Scrolls Online. A lot of the time I spend in that game is just like fishing.
Yeah, it's.
I don't know. I like. It's
See,
like
the thing about Elder
stupid
Scrolls
thing.
that scares me, like legitimately scares me to try.
Is it Molag Bal?
Well, no, it's. I have a hard
Scary.
enough time keeping myself focused in a single-player version of it, like Skyrim,
Yes.
Oblivion, or like Fallout. And so I'm kind of worried about what an MMO version would do to my spare time.
Oh, it's actually, it eats up a lot of your time. I was in a really active guild for a while, and yeah, it's like there's always stuff going on. I mean, I told you that's kind of why I stopped playing Warcraft way back in the day.
Yeah.
It's because I can only do it if I literally have nothing else going on in my life.
Yeah, MMOs are a thing that, like, they're not a safe place for me because they eat a lot of my time.
Oh yeah, I mean, that's why I told you one of the reasons I can't do PC gaming is because you just get sucked into, like, this little box. At least when you're doing it on the TV, like, your husband comes in or whatever, and he's like, time to watch the news, and you're like, I guess the game ends now.
Yeah, it's like, some people have to make sure, that they stay away from places where there's, like, alcohol or crack. I have to make sure I stay away from MMOs.
Oh, yeah, no, I agree. I mean, I think if remember there was supposed to be that Fallout MMO that got canceled,
I really
but,
wish
like,
that
I guess
would've
it's
came
not
out.
canceled. Yeah, I'm kind of glad that it hasn't come out, because that would just literally destroy my life.
Yes.
My life would just be playing Fallout.
Okay, so we're almost there.
Did you hear about the new DLC for it, the one they're coming out in August?
Oh, is that when Nuka World's coming out?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good.
That's gonna be cool.
We don't have to wait very long at all.
No.
Okay, let me just go ahead and downshift back to 6 here, get us moving. Okay, this is what I was afraid of. We pulled in just a bit too early. Oh, and I totally just creamed that car. Whoops. That was my fault. I was not looking.
Okay, I know you're trying to park, but I have to tell you something hilarious. Okay, we do a lot of our shopping for groceries in kind of an outlet area like this.
Yep.
A lot of trucks and stuff. And the name of the place you're coming up on is Strokes.
Uh-huh.
I don't know why I like Strokes. It reminded me of the fact that there's a warehouse right across the street where we go grocery shopping called Pooters.
Hooters.
Hooters. And it's every time I gotta sit there in the car and, my husband's driving the car and I just have nothing to do but sit around and look at the world outside of me. There's just this big old sign that says Pooters!
That's special.
Oh, I love it. And I laugh and I laugh and I laugh. It's just really funny. Strokes.
But yeah, see here's what I was talking about with those parking lots. Is that this is absolutely nothing to park in. I mean, we have all this room here to turn the truck around. This is just a matter of slowly backing it in here, and there is zero challenge to this.
This is Babytown Follies.
What?
Babytown Follies.
I don't know what you mean.
It's an Archer joke.
I
out Archer joked you.
I know. That should never happen. That should be impossible.
You got dunked on.
Pretty much.
Like Iceland in this match.
Okay, there. 30 minutes. Now I can park it.
Okay.
And this had better get us the achievement. Almost. Almost. And there we go. Oh, I guess it did lower the trailer legs. It didn't do that when I picked it up. Weird.
Did you get the achievement?
We're gonna see. The Steam overlay is not working, so I have to Alt-Tab out and check. We should have, I think. Just in time. Okay, cool. We did get it.
Hooray!
Yeah, that was... I would have been really pissed off if that didn't actually work.
I feel like I've really achieved something today.
Well, you're feeling better than I do, because I feel like I've wasted my life doing this sometimes.
Actually, do you know what the least, valid achievement you can ever get is?
What's that?
I watch Netflix on the Xbox, and every now and then it'll give me an achievement.
No. No way.
Yeah, it will. I once got an achievement for watching Netflix 7 days in a row.
It actually gives you achievements for that?
Uh-huh. YouTube does too.
That's actually cruel. That's like reminding you very much how much you were wasting your entire life.
I know. I've gotten, like... There's actually quite a few achievements I've gotten for watching Netflix and YouTube on the Xbox.
It's like, congratulations, you have no life.
Yeah.
You're a horrible person.
I know. It's
Don't
like
even bother going outside anymore. Go big or go home. Oh, wait, you're already home.
It's the exact opposite of what the word achievement is supposed to mean.
Okay, well, that'll do it for this episode then. We got plenty other achievements, so I'll go ahead and cut this one here, and I'll catch you all guys in the next one. Say goodbye, Dani.
Goodbye, Dani.